Good morning to our President of Trustees, Tony Downer, Vice President of Trustees, Goel Center, to our trustees, past and present, to Principal Bill Rawson, also to Principal Emeritus Tom Hassan, the Honorable Maggie Hassan, our Senator from New Hampshire, to the faculty emeriti, members of the Academy staff, students, families, dear friends, to our extraordinary architects, Billy Sien and Todd Williams, and a special good morning and get well to my parents who may be watching through the miracle of live streaming or they'll watch after the fact. Thank you all for taking the time to share this very special day with us, which marks the dedication and activation of the David E. and Stacey L. Goel weather control machine. Stacey has invoked the machine to turn down the rain, but has reminded me that if my speech drags or it's getting lost, the rain will come down a little bit harder, and that'll be my cue to exit. With this device, we'll be able to control, flood the desert, smite our foes in the south and the blue, establish dominance over planet Earth, and ensure a decent skiing this winter. More seriously, it's really frankly difficult to convey how remarkable it is to be standing here watching as a lifelong dream comes to life. I must also say at the outset what an honor it is for Stacey and me to be here, precisely because we know just how many people within our community contributed and worked so hard to make this happen. Let us recognize them now. First, in addition to our family, there were 146 donors who made this building possible. To those donors, your aggregate generosity catalyzed this dream into action. Like us, you believe the Center for Theater and Dance is a laboratory for expressing creativity and exploring new ideas. Like us, you made a choice about where to invest your hard-earned savings, and you chose to invest in the future of our beloved Phillips Exeter Academy. Thank you. Second, the dream itself. To the faculty and school leadership, past and present, who planted the seed of this idea over 10 years ago, and who were determined to find a way to make a world-class Center for Theater and Dance a core part of our community and the Exeter experience. Thank you. Third, the work done by the Theater and Dance Department alongside the Building and Grounds Committee, who've been recognized earlier, deserves extraordinary recognition. Thank you. And last, to trustees, past and present, who have been selflessly invested in this and dozens upon dozens of other initiatives to ensure Phillips Exeter endures in its mission for generations. Let me offer my profound thank you. My own tenure as a trustee gave me a window on this remarkable group of individuals whose devotion toward the school, its principals, and its people is unmatched. I'm humbled to have worked alongside this extraordinary group of people. They are the finest people I've worked with. Their keen sense of responsibility and stewardship is the foundation upon which so many and so much of Exeter's success as an institution rests. Thank you. So as you may know, my own time as a student at Exeter was dependent upon, to borrow a Tennessee Williams line, the kindness of strangers. Stacey and I share our own very strong sense of obligation towards this school, and I have long believed that my time at Exeter changed the course of my life. Appropriately enough, as I stand here near the steps of our new Center for Theatre and Dance, there's no better metaphor for transformative power than this facility and the ability of the arts to quite literally bring dreams and ideas to life. Stacey and I believe strongly in the value of the arts and the role they play in educating us, precisely because of this power, the ability to transform us as individuals and entire communities because of this incredible power to give life to ideas, ideas that start conversations, create empathies, foster compassion, and demonstrate possibility and drive real change. It is no coincidence that the idea of democracy and the idea of theater were born alongside each other more than 2,500 years ago. We, all of us, all over the world, live in an increasingly complex era. The importance of developing new ideas and questioning old ones is existential. At its core, the Exeter education seeks to bring us closer to the universal truths that make humans humane. Ideas like justice, ethics, and integrity, compassion, and sympathy. If we commit to them and demand their application, all have the potential to provoke extraordinary changes in the human condition. So to offer our students a world-class space where they can quite literally try on another person's shoes and access a universe of ideas seems not only important, but in this era necessary. As Picasso observed, every child is an artist. If anything, a place like this, by its very design, permits children to do what they do best: doubt, ask, explore, learn, and grow. And let me point out that what makes the arts such a profound tool for cultivating and transmitting ideas is that in the Center for Theatre and Dance, the act of creation itself is incomplete without an audience. When it comes to the arts, the act of listening and bearing witness is as powerful and important as the act of speaking. Whether it is a call and response of jazz, the emotional reaction to the language of movement and dance, or the words and actions on stage that inspire tears and maybe even a little laughter. There's a dynamic of participation in the theater unlike any other place. It is a dynamic of inclusion. The arts foster not just ideas, but conversations about ideas. These conversations create empathies and form empathy, and from this, real communities emerge. This center will play host to these ideas in not only providing a space for actors, dancers, musicians to perform, but as a forum where dignitaries can speak, writers can speak to their work, we can host a model United Nations, and be a venue for debate. The journeys created in this dynamic space between these exchanges of ideas and the act of witnessing them are the ones that have the power to change history itself. And our great hope is that this center will be the beginning of many such journeys for years to come. So thank you again for joining us in the opening of our amazing Center for Theatre and Dance, and for allowing Stacey and me to express our belief in the arts and our gratitude to Exeter and its mission in such a profound way.